What would you say is the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs or business owners are making right now?
Well,
Common theme.
Yeah, well, there's probably an integration. The first one is almost all of them are tactical. They're not really strategic. They're not really making everything they do advance and enhance an ultimate long game plan. Number two, they really don't understand their market at a deep, connective, empathic level. Number three, they make it harder for people to do business with them. Number four, most people don't understand if you market externally by regular conventional media, it can be anything from Facebook, pay-per-click, anything else. All you're doing initially is vying for the first outer tier of periphery of trust. And most people don't really use the greatest trust fuel tank, and monetization capacity they have, which is referrals and endorsements, where they've already earned trust. I mean, there's a delta between me running an ad and you hopefully opting in and saying, okay, I'll give them a chance. You don't say it consciously, but there's a long process, as opposed to if Ramit says, hey, Jay made me this, get on the phone and have him make you that. It's a done deal.
Right. It's a no-brainer.
And I look at people, and it's very funny. It's tangential, but we do these seminars, and they're very diverse, hundreds of different industries. And we ask how many people run ads, how many people have sales forces. Then we ask how many people can actually say that 20 to 100% of your business is generated by word of mouth or referrals, and it's quite substantial. Then we ask them, okay, what's the percentage? What's the dollars? And it's even more shocking. 60%. $2 million, 40%, $500,000. Then we say, remain standing if you have in place at least one formal, systematic, strategic referral generating strategy that you're applying continually throughout the company. And 99% sit down. The rest, we say, okay, if you have two, the rest sit down. And then I say, well, first of all, because I've looked at so many industries, we've identified 93 unduplicated referral-generating strategies, systems that require no money, no effort. They just need to be no more effort. They just need to be put in place.
Yes.
Then I say, tell me if I'm right in my perception. Tony would say my hallucination, and we say, so I believe a referral-generated prospect buys quicker, negotiates less, buys more things, buys more often, buys longer, is more profitable, is more enjoyable, refers more people, costs you nothing to acquire, as opposed to how many of you spend 10, 20, 30,000 on ads and trade shows and pay-per-click trying to get that first outer periphery of trust. And I said, there's something wrong with this picture. I'm trained to see what's not right, but what's wrong with I'm a super critical thinker. But yeah, I mean, I get on a tangent, but people don't take advantage of that.
So how do people implement a referral system in the online marketing world? Let's say if they have a business they're running online, and depending on the industry, but how would you
Well, the first thing is a pre-assumption that you have such goodwill because you've added value that's perceivable and been realized in some way by your buyer. If you haven't, you don't.
Right.
I mean, you better reevaluate your value proposition. But assuming you do.
So you've got 1,000 customers.
Yeah, and we call them clients, and that goes to another theory of mine, which is called preeminence, which I can discuss later if you want to. But what you do is you go to them with the truth. And your truth is, and there's lots of ways to articulate it, but you say, our business, you've been a beneficiary of our business. And then you do a little future pacing, and you say, hopefully you have, and it depends on whether it's product, service, the person that existed before you availed yourself of our product or instruction or podcast or this is a much different person, the person you are now. Now you're more this, and you program what they are, and you give them a future pace. Now you're seeing life differently. You're happy, you're confident, you're whatever it is. And if you are like anyone else, you realize how many other people were like the way you were that would be benefited and liberated so much. And we exist to do that, but we can't reach them all on our own. We don't know where they are.
Right.
We don't have a big budget. Most of our business is referral-based, so we turn to those trusted and valued clients, and we ask your help to help us reach people that deserve a better life or deserve to be liberated, deserve not to be, whatever. And that's one. I mean, I can give you 100 ways.
Sure. If someone has an online course and they've put 100 clients through this program, and they've got great results by many of them, not all of them, but a lot of them who took the action on the course. Could be on any topic.
Yeah, I agree.
And you got 100 clients in, 50 to 60 of them had great results, amazing. They're like shouting from the rooftops. How would you implement a referral system for those 50 to 100 clients? What would be the next step?
Well, why don't I show you the prefacing step, because you're asking a question that it's presupposing post result.
Yes.
I'll give you a better way.
Okay.
When you presuppose the result before it starts. You basically sit down in the beginning, and it's in your marketing, and it's in your interaction, whether it's live, whether it's recorded, and you say, our business exists. It lives or it dies by the referrals you bring us. We have a choice. We can put a lot of money in advertising and diversionary activities, or we can take all that money and invest it in more training, more support, more constant releasing of advanced materials.
Content,
we don't charge. Yes, and we choose to do that. In exchange, we ask, and we hope you're willing for one special consideration when you become a first stage client of ours. It's this: we tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give you the best training. We're going to give you the best help. We're going to give you the best answers if you're confused. We're going to give you support. I'm just talking about information. I can't apply to anything. We're going to give you tools nobody else does. We're going to give you a higher success probability, and we're going to give you the motivation, the guidance, the pathway, and the crutches and tools to make it easier for you to take action and achieve your goal than not. Only once, if and after what we've invested and promised to do for you, it happens. We ask you to identify 2 equal quality colleagues in your life who you care enough about that you wish the same kind or different, but the kinds of outcomes, and introduce them to us, knowing that we have all these introductory information or education that's gratis, and also if they wish to avail themselves, we won't consider their commitment binding for 45 days and until and that's one way you can do it. So you set them up from the beginning.
Wow. And how do you have them? What's the mechanism for the introduction? Is it like send them to an email opt-in? Is it an email introduction? Is it?
Well, there's many ways you can do it. So as I said, we were talking offline, and I said the advantage of me, which is also the disadvantage, is I can give you 150 different ways to do it.
Sure.
One way is to say, do this for us. We're having a short course primer on what we do, why it's different, and introducing some of our more grateful and impressive success stories. And it would mean a lot to us, but it'd probably mean a lot more to anybody you invited if you would get 3 of your friends to come. That's one thing. Second thing is, you've got a book. If you have an online version and you're not selling much of it, you could say, we want you to gift this book to 5 people in your life that you know need it, but also you are confident will read it and will spend time really reflecting on it and get them to talk. I mean, you can do a million things.
You talked about funnel vision and why it's better than tunnel vision.
Sure.
What does that mean?
Well, I created this years ago. Most people in life, whether you have a career or whether you have a business, you know pretty much what everyone else in the career does, the way they do it. You know pretty much what your competitors do and the way they do it. Then you know whatever else you read in a book, or you go to a program, or you see an article in a magazine, but that's it. And I consider that a tunnel because it's very limited. But when you understand this concept of optimization, which is highest and best use, and you understand that there are probably 25 impact or leverage points on the revenue side of anything anybody does, each one that can be enhanced from 10 to 1,000%, but it can't be enhanced if you don't know what they are, and then it can't be enhanced unless you know higher, better, safer, more profitable, more predictable, low-cost ways of replacing them. I'm getting a little confusing. So what funnel vision is taking the best options and opportunities and possibilities outside your business and funneling them into areas, activities, careers, businesses, marriages, anything you want to apply it to, where it's never been really known, and optimally is taking multiple ones and creating hybrids. So one is like this and the other's like that.
So taking things from other industries.
Adapting, adopting, borrowing, appropriating, creating hybrids, synthesizing, and doing it continuously, and you run rings around everybody else, and it's very fulfilling because you have it's a power that no one else possesses. So it gives you great certainty, great strength. It's a very empowering thing.